Welcome, everybody. We made it. So good to be here with you this morning. We had a technical issue. Thank you for your patience. Happy day 31 of this challenge. We're almost there. And next week, we're going to have a live broadcast with Jai Dave. And after that, this 40-day journey is complete in its 40-day context. And of course, you could continue on if you chose to do this meditation for 120 days. I've done that and it's made a huge change in my life. I highly recommend it. And by this point in the challenge, I think we start to see that it's not so much that I'm going to do these meditations and that money is just going to start flowing into my bank account. It's not really the point. Of course, it's awesome when that does happen. And I've experienced it happen with this challenge, not this year, but in years previous. But we start to see, I think, at this point in the challenge, that it's not so much about what things look on the outside in my life. And it's much more about how am I handling the obstacles in my body, mind, and heart that are holding me back from my purpose and that are holding me back from expressing my love and energy as freely as possible. And I've been thinking since last week about some of the most insidious obstacles that I experience in my life to prosperity. And this morning, I want us to discuss one that I think is particularly insidious, and it's the obstacle of jealousy. Jealousy is one of those really sticky emotions, and I feel like we don't like talking about it because it's almost considered to be the most unspiritual of all emotions. It takes us, or I know for myself, it takes me taking an extra step to acknowledge, like, yes, there is jealousy functioning in my body and mind. And so what can I do about it? And even if we've been working on it for a long time, that's awesome. Any stone of jealousy that we leave unturned in our consciousness is just hurting us. So I want us to think about it this morning. I know, like, when jealousy comes up in a talk, it's very easy to go like, oh, I don't experience that. I've worked on that. I don't experience it anymore. And maybe you don't. That's awesome. I want you to just hang in here for a moment as we talk about it, because jealousy is a fiery emotion, arises from the fire element. And I believe that all the negativity that we associate with jealousy doesn't arise from the jealousy itself, but from all the things that we do to avoid it or cover it up. If we make ourselves bigger to cover it up, like, oh, I don't feel jealous about that. Why would I feel jealous about that? Let's make myself bigger. Or when I make myself smaller, I can't deal with this. I'm not worthy. I can't handle this. Both of those things, I think, are how we might avoid the actual phenomenon of jealousy. And I think it's those things that get a bad rap. And I don't think a lot of the time we think about the actual feeling of jealousy itself. And when I think about, if I get underneath the cover-ups and I think, what is jealousy at its core? And I experience it as this like sadness in the heart that arises from the illusion that I am missing something inside myself. It's an illusion that can feel very real at times. And then the jealousy comes in when I look outside myself and I'm like, oh, maybe that person has it. And thus all the different mechanisms or cover-ups start to arise. But when I think about what it actually is and what it feels like, it's that very small, sinking, sad feeling. It's like, oh, maybe I am not enough. Maybe I am not enough even for myself. And the only way I have found to heal that feeling, because I know what it feels like. I've been on both sides of jealousy. I have a lot of experience in my life dealing with it. And the only remedy for that feeling that I found is self-compassion and self-love. Self-love and compassion for that very real, at times, feeling illusion that I do not have everything inside of me. It feels real, but we also want to feel that it's not. And when we can give ourselves that self-love and compassion, when we don't shy away from the yucky feeling, but we choose to meet it head on and be like, I love you anyway. I love you, even though that you feel jealousy. I love you even when you feel small. I love you no matter what because I choose to show up for you. That, to me, is one of the most valuable things we can start to do. And to me, self-love is the soil from which prosperity arises. When we choose to give that to ourselves, we start to see that we're not missing anything at all, not for a second. And it's by giving ourselves access to our own hearts that we see, I already have everything I could ever need inside of me. And when we feel that deep in our bodies, when we know that's our reality, we just naturally become magnetic. We naturally want to share that with other people. We naturally want to go out and help other people because we know that we have things to offer. And then one of the most beautiful things is when we encounter yucky or negative feelings in ourselves or other people, we can genuinely have compassion for that. And it's not the predominant thing we see anymore. Then we can, in our interactions with people, we're not seeing the jealousy or the insecurity. We're seeing more of the person. And that, to me, is one of the most beautiful things of self-love. When we can give that to ourselves, when we can make our heart accessible to us, naturally, it becomes more accessible to everyone around us. So, let's go ahead and get started this morning. Go ahead and close your eyes. I want you to breathe. Focus on your breath. And I want you to focus on how you're sitting. As you're breathing, first feel your sit bones rooted to the floor. Imagine a cord extending from the base of your spine all the way down to the very center of the earth. Keep that sensation. And I want you to lift up through your low belly. Lift your chest up towards your chin. Keep breathing. And then bring your hands to meet the center of your chest. Go ahead, rub your palms together. Then bring your thumbs into your sternum. We'll tune in Ong Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. Take a full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgre Name, Chungadgre Name, Satgre Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Adgre Name, Chungadgre Name, Satgre Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Adgre Name, Chungadgre Name, Satgre Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Inhale. Now retain your breath in. Lift through your pelvic floor. And gaze your third eye. Exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Release your hands. And I'm going to have you come forward, table position onto your mat. I have my friend Robin here with us this morning demoing. Super stoked he's here. And in table pose, I want you to look down at your hands. Make sure your wrists are stacked directly underneath your shoulders. Make sure your knees are stacked directly underneath your hips. Spread your fingers. Spread your toes. Take an inhale. Now as you exhale, cat pose, push the ground away from you, round your spine, pull your low belly back. And as you inhale, cow pose, reach your chest forward, sit bones back. And you just continue like this, exhaling into cat pose, inhaling into cow pose. Really focus on your breath here.
सुनिए दर
just have one more minute here. And in this last minute, I want you to see if you could breathe deeper. And as you breathe deeper, see if you could move your spine more so you'd get smaller. You'd round in more every exhale. You'd find more length and extension every inhale. Every inhale is sat. Every exhale is nam. Deepest inhale, cow pose. Retain your breath in. Gaze your third eye. Good. Now exhale, cat pose. Push the floor away from you. Get all your breath out. Now hold your breath out and pull your belly button all the way up and back into your spine. Be totally still. Good job. Inhale, unfurl, table pose. And go ahead, bring your big toes to touch, your knees out wide. And find your way, child's pose. Bring your forehead to the floor. Hands in prayer pose above your head. Just breathe here. Onto your heels. Now, if you can't sit directly on your heels, you can get just like Robin's doing. Place a cushion or a blanket in between your sit bones and your heels, just like that. And bring your hands onto your thighs. As you inhale, I want you to lift your chest up towards your chin. And as you exhale, come back to center. Inhale up, exhale down. Good, keep going. And I want you to feel or imagine that you would get taller every inhale. You're sending your breath and your energy all the way up to your heart.
those who spiritually lead, angels, masters, deeply listen. Sunya Siddha Pura Suranat. The Siddhas, the knots, the earth and what holds the earth, and what surrounds the earth.
Now take your deepest inhale.
By deep listening.
Retain your breath in.
The continents, other realms, lower
I want you to
worlds,
lift up through your pelvic floor.
Through deep listening.
Lift up through your diaphragm,
Deeply listening.
navel.
Sunya. Death cannot touch you.
Feel your energy move upward.
Nanak. Those who surrender themselves in love to the
And
divine,
then
to
exhale,
the supreme reality,
relax.
continuously blossom and bloom. Deeply
Find your
listening.
way, easy pose, please.
Our sorrows and errors depart.
And now bring your hands onto your shoulders. Fingertips in front, thumbs in back. And even here, I want you to think, lift through your navel, and you use that power of the navel to lift through your heart, lift your chest up towards your chin. You're going to inhale left, exhale right. Now the breath is key here. Breathe deep and ride the current of your breath. Let it carry you. Take your deepest inhale at center. Suspend your breath. Gaze your third eye. And exhale, relax. Just focus on your breath. Feel the energy of your heart. And now, I want you to bring your hands onto your knees. And as you inhale, you're going to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, release them down. Inhale up, exhale settle down. Now gravity meets you halfway on this one. Your part is shrugging your shoulders all the way up towards your ears. And then you just let go. You let gravity pull your shoulders down. Keep going. Last little bit here. Really use it and really focus.
Deeply listening.
Use the exercise
Truth.
to release the tension in your upper back.
And
Release
complete
the
utter
tension or
contentment
clenching around your heart.
And genuine wisdom
Last tiny little bit.
will be with you, within you, wherever you are. Deeply listening. The purity of bathing in sacred waters will cleanse you. Deeply listening.
Inhale. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears.
The same honor
Now I want you to
comes
lift your diaphragm.
as if you had continually
Squeeze your spine.
studied and studied,
Gaze your third eye.
deeply listening. You become
And exhale.
in the
relax.
energy of one-pointedness,
Beautiful.
flowing with the continuous flow
I want you to take slow neck
of
rolls
the divine
to the
spirit
right.
in meditative delight. Nanak.
So as you and as
Deeply listening and errors depart.
let your face be relaxed. Let your jaw be heavy. And So if this another option, figure eights in the air with your go. Take your deepest inhale at center. Retain your breath. And exhale. And I want you to take a moment here, just relax all the way. Relax your fingers. Relax your toes. Don't hold anything back. Next exercise is stretch pose. So I'll have Robin demo for us first. Your head and your legs are 6 inches up and off of the floor. Toes are pointed here, and you're going to be doing a breath of fire, equal inhale, equal exhale, moving the navel. Awesome. Now, if this is not accessible, while keeping the low back onto the floor, that's the most important ingredient of stretch pose for me in my experience, keeping the low back completely glued to the ground here. So if that's not accessible in the fullest expression that Robin just showed us, I'm going to have you make your hands into fists and put your fists underneath your butt. And then you get into the pose that way, keeping your low back glued to the floor. Beautiful, thank you. Now first, I want you to take a full inhale, full exhale. Now I want you to pull your belly button down towards your spine, glue your low back to the ground, and now inhale, stretch pose. Start breath of fire. Good, keep going. And you use the exercise to tap into and feel the strength that you already have inside of you. See where you can bring it right now. Move your navel, focus the breath.
Submit to the storm.
Now take your deepest inhale.
Walk into the wall.
Retain your breath And now pull your navel all the way down towards your spine. Hold.
Let fear be the love.
Good. And then exhale, relax. Excellent job.
In the dark.
Relax all the way.
In love with the forest. And the keeper emerges with a secret before us.
And now hug your knees into your chest. I want you to grab a hold of opposite wrists or opposite elbows. Round your spine, place your nose in between your kneecaps. Now inhale, start breath of fire.
Into the deep, a dream in slow motion, and we let ourselves go right into the ocean with the moon in the dark, in love with the whisper, the keepers emerges,
Last little bit here.
the secret.
I really want you to make yourself as small as possible, so hug your knees into your chest. Squeeze your arms into your legs.
Give ourselves all.
Let your shoulders release down and away from your ears.
Turn ourselves on. The way home is warm.
Inhale,
Path unforgone.
retain your breath, and exhale.
Mysterious heart.
I want you to hug your knees into your chest.
In the river.
Grab a hold of the backs of your thighs. And rock the length of your spine a few times. Inhaling as you rock forward. Exhaling as you rock back.
With some new
As you're ready, come up seated, easy pose.
that we will remember, and I carry it home.
Now, aura charge. Fingertips in the pads of your hands. Thumbs are out wide. Lift your arms up to a 60-degree angle.
Give us
Lift through your navel. Lift through your chest and straighten your arms all of the way. Take a full inhale. And now you start breath of fire.
Let's go. Springs from its core. The day is reborn. The sun is her daughter. My way home is warm.
Now you feel yourself strong. Navel strong.
Path unforgone.
Arms strong. That's what carries you through. But within that strong container, you do your best to let the mind relax. Let the heart relax and open. You feel that amazing energy at the core of your being as it extends out in all directions. That amazing golden light. All the way in front of you. All the way behind you. All the way out to the sides. Keep going. tiny little bit. You got this. Stay with it. Keep that navel moving. Gaze your third eye. And now inhale, bring your thumbs to touch up and overhead. Reach through your fingertips. Get taller. Okay, hold the posture as you exhale. Again, inhale. Lift through your pelvic floor. Squeeze your spine. Feel your energy move up. Hold the posture, exhale. Final time, inhale. Retain your breath. And let your mind just rest inside itself. And then as you exhale, slowly trace your energetic field. As you bring your hands all the way down to the side. Beautiful job. Focus on your breath. I think one of the most beautiful things about this kind of practice is it just allows us to be more of us. Just little by little peels away all the obstructions. So more and more we can feel our own energy and fall in love with that process and share our hearts more freely. Now, we're going to move into our 40-day challenge meditations. And I want to clarify this again. If you are in the magic mantra meditation, not necessarily the miracle mantra is not the one I'm talking about right now, the magic mantra meditation that you can find in the Academy audio section of the Academy. You'll see it there with the tracks, the instructions, and that's a great one to do if you have a physical limitation right now where you cannot do the arms. Now, in this first meditation, clarifying the subtle body, your eyes are closed. In case you haven't been doing them with us, gaze is third eye, and breath is in and out of the O-shaped mouth. And as I inhale, my hands come up, left hand on top of my right hand. And then as I exhale, hands come down. And try to make it a strong movement without any bouncing. So just inhale up, exhale down. Just like that. I'm going to get our music for us. Close your eyes. And go ahead. Set yourself for our meditation. Keep going. If the mind is restless, focus on the sound. Sound of the breath. Sound of the mantra. Interlock your fingers. Stretch up. And now stretch around. Like a cannon, exhale. Again, inhale. Stretch up. And now stretch around. Feel your energy. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And now focus. Stretch up. Gaze your third eye. Stretch around. And exhale. Excellent job. Go ahead, shake out your hands. Second meditation. Gaze is at the tip of your nose. You chant along with the mantra, and you hit Jupiter's side of the hands, index fingers, and then moon side of the hands, pinky fingers. Your left thumb crosses over your right thumb. So go ahead. If you've never gazed the tip of your nose, don't worry. All you have to do is look at your fingertip straight out in front of you, and now bring it right to your nose. And you just focus your gaze there. See if you can keep your gaze right there, very tip of the nose, the entire meditation. So I'm going to have you go ahead, set yourself. And begin. and exhale. Good job. Release your hands down. Keep your attention on your breath. Final meditation. Index, middle fingers are out. Your thumb holds down pinky and ring finger. And now your left hand is going to come to the center of your chest. Right hand comes up height of your ear. I want you to close your eyes and start to breathe. Long, slow, and deep. I want you to feel or imagine your breath moving into your body through your third eye. Every inhale. And as you exhale, send that breath from your third eye down to your heart. Strengthening and feeling the connection between your heart and your innate intuitive sense. on the breath. And really feel the energy of your heart. All it has to offer you. All it has to offer everyone around you. Inhale. Retain your breath. Feel your heart. And exhale. Go ahead, find your way onto your backs. As you find your way onto your back, want you to bring your hands to a low, wide V. Turn your palms and biceps up. to bring your attention back to your breath. And now start to move your fingers, move your toes. Bring your palms to touch. Bring your feet to touch. And rub your hands. Rub the soles of your feet together. Cat stretch to the right. Take your right knee across your body. Twist to the right. Good, hold right there. Bring your gaze off and beyond your right shoulder. Glue your right shoulder blade to the floor. And then switch. Take your left knee across your body. Twist to the left. Just breathe here. And as you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Rock the length of your spine and come up seated, easy pose. Bring your hands onto your heart. And I want you to send your love to yourself. Feel how expansive it is in its nature. And feel its energy as it extends out in all directions, impartial. Bring your hands to prayer pose, please. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. And keep going strong. This is the last week. Even if you miss a day, it doesn't matter. Just pick up and keep going. You're doing awesome. I'm going to pop over to our Zoom room in just a few moments. So for those of you who are here live and want to say hi, I would love to connect with you. And I hope to see you soon. Love you. Sat Nam.